Bhagavad Gītā. Om Jaya Bhagavad Gītā. Hariya Kamala Viharini.
Hariya Kamala Viharini.
Sunara Supunite. Om Jaya Bhagavad Gītā.
Now we will next invite the speaker, Dr. Vaishali Shah from Kenya.
Namaste, I'm there. Namaste, I'm there. Hello. Ji, namaste, I'm there. Lekin I'm outside and my video quality is very bad. So please play the video which I have sent.
Just like this.
Can you play the video?
Okay then.
Namaste and Jambo from Kenya. I'm Vaishali Shah. It's my pleasure to share my views today on the very auspicious day of Gītā Jayanti, the most significant day of our life when Bhagavad Gītā was spoken by Sri Krishna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, a unique and unbelievable place to impart knowledge of the lifetime. But it's Sri Krishna who chose the place, and I'm sure he had a reason to do it. I'm a Krishna devotee, hence what I see in Bhagavad Gītā is different from others. There are many scholars in this conference who will talk about various aspects of science and management explained in Bhagavad Gītā. But I firmly believe that one can become better bhakt of Sri Krishna after reading the text. It surely stimulates the researchers with various scientific proofs given in the text among these 700 shlokas and 18 chapters, out of which 574 spoken by Krishna, 84 by Arjun, 41 by Sanjay, and only 1 by Dhritarashtra. So let me share a small presentation with you here on right now. Here, yes, there you are. Okay, interesting. This is a new feature which I found on Zoom, and I'm trying to use it to my my presentation. Yes, so Krishna takes us through a journey of being weak, unconfident to the enlightenment. We might not need to read anything else if we study those 700 verses in this lifetime. Hence, yes. At the beginning of the war, Krishna knew our life is going to be a battle of Kurukshetra every day in this era. We will always be in a soup, what to do, how to do, when to do, what is right, what is wrong, what is important and what is not. So, thousands of temptations from predicted negative sources would be following us all the time. The human mind wouldn't remain poised, clean, and steady like earlier. Every century passes, the quality of men deteriorates, so as women. Women who were supposed to take care of family, bear the torch of character, chastity, and traditions, are completely out of control. They were supposed to bind the men in good conduct and keep them straight, which is not happening anymore. Hence, we need a long-term solution which is time-tested, powerful, relevant to the time, pragmatic, adaptable to our modern life. This is possible only through Bhagavad Gītā, because I'm sure that it has changed my life, and I'm sure it can change your life too. So let's explore how we can awaken Arjuna within us so that we get enlightened like him. In the first chapter, while doing my research, I found that from 30th to 46th shlok, Arjuna gives various reasons to give up. He sees all his relatives standing against him, ready to fight just to please Dhritarashtra. He's numb, dry in his mouth, and almost ready to faint. This is very similar to our mental state when we desire something but don't want to fight for it. It also happens when something wrong has happened to us, we are suffering, and then we don't want to retaliate. Arjuna is a Kshatriya whose duty is to fight for himself as well as people. And so are we, as in we all have different critical roles to perform under enormous amount of pressure and in different situations, and we still have to do it. Arjuna is considered to be the best friend to Krishna because he surrendered himself to Krishna completely. After he realized that there is no way he can fight this battle of of lifetime all by himself and he needs guidance, he started asking Krishna relevant questions. This is the classic moment of the battle because this moment made Arjun a winner. He was aware when to ask, whom to ask these questions. It's really important because we don't go out and ask anything and everything to any Tom, Dick, and Harry on the street. He would have asked the same thing to Yudhishthir or Bhishma or to his Kulguru Dronacharya or Kripacharya or any other warrior in the battlefield. But he didn't do it. He remained firm in his mind that Krishna is his ultimate savior and he will take care of him. Hence, he requested him to be his Sarthi. Let me share some points what I'm talking about here in the presentation as well. Yes. So he also took him as a Sarthi, and as in every step of his life, he ensured that he would ask Krishna about what to do and where, how, whatever. As you know, the moment we take birth on this earth, we get bound by the karma, and we have no choice but to live them with whatever is written in our destiny. Krishna is the only refuge, who is the only savior, or who is the only one who can free us from the cycle of birth and death. So, when you go through Bhagavad Gītā, you will find more than one shloka where he explains that how one can get rid of this cycle of birth and death. Arjuna made us realize that just by being with Krishna, one can become immortal or we can become, worthy of Krishna's blessings. He was the greatest warrior of his time, the best Dhanurdhari, the best politician, the best looking man, the most active in every aspects of life among all five brothers. This teaches us to be like him, to become eligible to get Krishna. If Krishna chose Arjuna as his listener, there must be something about him which made him eligible to gain this knowledge from the divine force directly, and that too in the middle of a battlefield which nobody can think of. So, when our mind becomes pure like him, when we gain every kind of knowledge of life, when we master our fields and also become the most unique one, but we don't become arrogant or don't get too proud about it, we do get a chance to get Krishna. Hence, I request all our listeners to follow Krishna's path, awaken Arjun within us, so that we get Krishna in this lifetime. Some of the points I have presented here today are from my column called Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya. It comes in Gujarati newspaper Janmabhoomi, which gets released in Mumbai, India. And I have been writing about Krishna and Bhagavad Gītā in that column for more than 1 year. So the whole inspiration comes from Bhagavad Gītā, and you can imagine that I'm still ready for another maybe 2-3 years of content of articles for that column because Gita is an ocean, and if we are smart, we will be able to get at least few things from it, and if we study. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I wish each one of you a happy Gita Jayanti. I hope today that you will read Bhagavad Gita's at least ek do shlok to aap padhenge. Thank you. Namaste.
Maybe just shortly we continue with another friend from Hungary, Miss Iriko. Haripada prema dana apano